shit. I might be done with my bachelor's. Welcome back, everyone. It's been a while. I know, it's been a while. I've been so long gone, you probably thought I was dead. Hence why we're making a video about Afterlife. See my thought process? So yeah, we're just gonna rank Afterlife Theories. That's about it. Let's get it started.
Hold on. What the fuck do you think you're gonna start doing, huh? You think you're just gonna start recording a video?
Chill.
No, it's been 2 months! 2 months!
I know.
If you know where the fuck have you been? It's been dry as fuck on YouTube. I have nothing to watch. You know, I might just beat the shit out of you for fucking doing this bullshit on me.
Man, we ain't gonna do it. We ain't gonna do that, man.
Don't you be begging me, bro. Are you signaling to them that
No, I wasn't. So let me show you the list that we have. So we have our categories. The best. There's only one thing that can be the best. One theory that can be the best. Then we have a theory that, you know, would be good. Then we have just theories that exist just to exist, you know, because people just need to have their own fucking opinion. Then we have a theory that's actually kind of dumb, you know, doesn't make it, it's stupid. And then we have the bottom tier. Sucks dookie. This theory is just
fat, useless sack of fucking Yankee danky doodle shite.
So the first theory, nothing. Let me just be honest. I think nothing is actually the best afterlife theory. Now, does my answer give away that I'm not religious? Kind of. Yes, I know. Hear me out. Let's not even get philosophical about this one. The best way you can put it is, do you remember anything before you were born? No. When you're asleep and you're not dreaming, do you remember that? No. Do you remember that you fell asleep? No. You just... I like philosophy. I just like the theory that nothing comes after life. We as humans are just an anomaly. Our life, our consciousness is just a... It shouldn't exist. This right here, anomaly. This has never happened. This will never happen again. I like the theory that nothing happens. Where's my chud glasses? I called my happening guy. He didn't pick up. I like the theory that nothing happens after we die, because let's say you lived a healthy amount of 80 years, which for today's standards is a lot, because our ancestors died at like 30. Now if you're young like me, 80 years seems like a lot. That's a finite amount of years. And now you're telling me, once you spent 80 years on Earth, you die, and then you go to a faraway place that nobody can access. And it's infinite. It's eternal. It doesn't end. It doesn't end. Your human brain cannot compute infinity. So we had time before you existed. Infinite years. Now this tiny little place in time, it's you for 80 years. And then guess what? After this tiny little dot, infinity. You agree with me, right? Like, nothing is the outcome of our lives. But not ours, right? We're gonna do something about it. So I think it's quite logical that we place nothing as the best. Disagree with me? Let me know in the comments. Let's argue about it, because I like talking about these things. Next afterlife theory. Heaven.
It's me, Maddie. I'm in heaven now. So sorry I died.
Christianity is the most popular religion. Why? Don't ask me. Probably the countless fucking wars, crusades. I guess it makes the most sense. Guess it's the most morally adequate, normal one. As I said, I don't like the theory of heaven. So we have this God, an all-powerful, all-knowing, all-loving God. And he has plans for you. He knows what you're gonna do. At least he hopes that you're gonna do what he has planned for you. If you truly in your heart believe in him, after you die, after a finite amount of years, you go to heaven. This blissful place where no sin, nothing bad, for the rest of eternity. Again, like, I can't emphasize to you how much infinity is, okay? Imagine the biggest number you can imagine. It's still an infinity away from infinity. The more I grow older, the more I realize heaven doesn't make sense. Sure, you can argue, oh, heaven is a place outside of time. When you die, you go to heaven. You don't feel the movement of time. It's just there. But then again, How does our brains, our soul, whatever the fuck, how does that work? How does it not perceive time but perceive everything else? And if you don't perceive time, what do you just gain infinite knowledge, infinite experiences? Like, what the fuck happens? Like, so it's just an endless vast place of harmony, utopia with no time. It just sounds like fiction, man. Listen, if you're religious, don't hate me, okay? I'm just see this? That's my opinion. If you're religious, fine. I'm just saying, you know. It don't make a lot of sense to me. Now see, this is the interesting part, because heaven does sound kind of cool. It would be good that it existed, but the theory itself it's kind of dumb. I'd say, yeah, it would be good if heaven existed. I know I just rambled on about heaven being a stupid concept, but if I had to choose between whatever the fuck, I'd choose heaven, probably. Moving on, now we have the bad brother of heaven, hell. Now I think I can just straight up put hell in. It's kind of dumb. Now why don't I place it right where heaven is, since they're both kind of the same ideologies? It's just your choices affect where you go. So there's this all-powerful, all-knowing, all-loving God, and if you disobey him, or you don't truly believe in him, or you don't truly love him in your heart, you go to a place for a thing you committed in a finite amount of time. I'm gonna keep emphasizing the finite amount. So for 80 years you live, and the greatest sin you did was you just denied that God is real. So he just sends you to hell for the rest of time, for the rest of eternity, for the rest of infinity. Now when you Google hell, what does it often depict? Yes. Is that very good? Or does it just sound like a psyop for people to want to go to heaven? Now you're getting it. See, hell is just a made-up reason. Oh, you want this? You want to get this? You don't want to get this. Well, if you don't want this, this is what you're gonna get. You don't want that. You much rather take this one, right? Exactly. But I hate the hell theory even more than the heaven one, because the heaven one, at least it incentivizes you to do something good in your life. You know, you don't sin, you don't do bad stuff, and if you do bad stuff, you repent for it, you genuinely feel sorry for it. Hell, if you don't live a good life, or you do something bad and you don't apologize for your actions, you get tortured indefinitely, just forever and ever. It doesn't make sense. It's stupid. I'm sorry, Christians. Don't send me death threats because I don't believe in Jesus, okay? Thank you. I love you. Next we have reincarnation. Now, this is the reason why I wanted to make this video. Some people would argue, oh, it's quite good. You know, reincarnation. You die. You don't really die. You start a new life. Sounds great, right? Once you get reincarnated, you don't remember anything, okay? You have no recollection of the past.
I have no knowledge of any of this.
And the theory of reincarnation is that in order to be reincarnated, everyone must be reincarnated. And if everyone's reincarnated, including you, then that means you were everyone. So if you die right now, your next reincarnation could be a caveman 40,000 years ago, or someone 500 years in the future, or a billionaire right now, or a poor Indian kid, and you have no control over it. And you don't remember even this life. You don't remember nothing from this. So this one, I'm gonna put it in straight up sucks dookie. It's absolute dumb. It's so dumb. It's stupid. So you're telling me I'm my girlfriend, I'm my family, I'm Elon Musk, I'm Donald Trump, I'm PewDiePie, I'm whatever? So you're telling me I die, and then I get reincarnated as my girlfriend, and I don't even remember me? Well, then what's the fucking point of reincarnation? Genuinely, what's the fucking point? I'd rather take nothing. I'd rather take the fact that nothing happens after I die. I just die. I fizzle out of reality. You know, nothing is. I just become a part of history. That's it. What the fuck does it give it to me that I get reincarnated? I keep nothing of my knowledge. I don't remember anything, and it happens all the time. All the time. It's such a stupid theory. I can't. You know how always people are debating stuff. They always go to the extremes. Let me give you a snippet of going to the extremes. Stillborn death. Let's say you get reincarnated as a baby for a couple, and then you die at birth. What the fuck was the point of it? It's stupid. It's stupid. It pisses me the fuck off. It's such a stupid theory. So the next afterlife theory. Being a ghost. It's the most stereotypical one, you know. Besides going to heaven, this is the one that's not like religious at all. This is like the most depicted one in like cartoons. Your character dies and ooh, could be the case. I'd be down to be a ghost. It's like losing a match and then watching like from spectator mode. Again, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, it kind of makes sense. When a person dies or when they take their final breath, they still have like brain activity for however minutes, and then afterwards they become like 7 grams lighter, and then people like theorize that that's your soul leaving. Okay, let's say the soul is your ghost. So you become a ghost. Okay, how long are you a ghost? Are you just a ghost infinitely? What happens when the world explodes? What happens when humanity ends? You just still exist as a ghost now in space? Just a vast darkness of space? We're 8 billion people. There's like 80 billion people that have died. Am I sharing this world with them as well? Are they just roaming around? Like, how the fuck do ghosts work? They can just go anywhere and watch anyone? Are you supposed to haunt someone? Ooh. Oh man, I want this person to know that I'm here. Let me just... I affected the light. I affected the light. Man, my fucking stupid light is working. And plus, again, newborn baby dies. What the fuck does he understand? Do ghosts have their own societies? It's like an experienced ghost teach him something. You know, like a mother would teach a child. Also, what? So if ghosts do exist forever, I have to share this planet with a fucking caveman who doesn't understand you? He's just, he's cool. He'd be fun to haunt someone. Then again, it's kind of like being cucked. Imagine you have like a loving wife, and then you die tragically, and then she gets over you. You still love her very much. You just died. You keep looking after her, and then she starts sleeping with another man. Now you're gonna be curious. You're gonna watch.
You what?
God damn. 8 inches. Realistically, I feel like it exists just to exist. Now the next theory we have infinite loop. Now what is the infinite loop afterlife theory? It's the fact that everything that has happened will end, and then you just press replay. Like your favorite song reaching the end, you just press play again, and nothing changes. It just goes for an infinite amount. It kind of sucks balls, don't you think? Now the infinite loop, that theory just kind of exists. It's a stupid theory. I'm not even gonna really elaborate anything on it. It just sucks balls. Oh my god, I did the H3 eyebrow raise when talking. Let me read about it. Yeah, this theory just sucks. I'm reading about it, it just sucks. It's a cool concept. It would be a cool sci-fi movie. Imagine the world is ending. The universe is ending. And then you somehow create a machine to escape it. And then you see the universe just end. And then it starts again. And you're like, holy shit, this was the Big Bang. Oh, that's how the Big Bang went. Holy shit. And then you like travel 4.6 billion years into the future, and you see Earth, and you zoom in and you see satellites, and you see everyone's still there and the continents are still the same. And then you see, oh shit, look at that, that's the guy, that's the YouTuber I've been talking about, like Temphos. Yeah, see, he's making YouTube videos. Yeah, shit. Fuck. Everything's a fucking infinite loop, I guess. I mean, if this guy's making YouTube videos, like, come on, what are the fucking chances, you know? Infinite loop, it kind of sucks dookie. Gonna be real. About all-in-one afterlife theory.
An all-in-one afterlife theory attempts to bridge divergent concepts from scientific materialism and quantum mechanics to ancient spiritual beliefs into one unified framework. These frameworks suggest that consciousness is the fundamental fabric of the universe, and that is not the end, but a transition of energy.
We don't care. Let me tell you. We don't care.
Okay, so it's just a bunch of bullshit. We have the final 3 contenders. Simulation. You know, the thing that Andrew Tate was talking about. You gotta escape the matrix. This one's kind of cool. As you can imagine, this doesn't really predate any time before the internet was a thing. Or the movie Matrix. You know, I don't think people in the 1600s were thinking like, alas, Edward, don't you think that all of this is just a fantasy ran by a thing that we do not understand? By God, Theodore. Do you mean God? No. Not God. Something that controls us all. Shit. The simulation is basically like everything that has happened to you is simulated, not a random thing that happened. It's not, everything is already determined. Everything that happened, everything that is happening, and everything that will happen to you is already determined. You say you want $1 million, really not up for you to decide that. It's cool, but it's not. Because imagine you lived your life and then like Neo, you just wake up and you realize shit was all fake. None of it was real. Everything that you felt and thought was real, nothing was real. It was just a bunch of zeros and ones. That's existential dread. Like, you don't even know what you're ending up with once you wake up from your Matrix life. And that's assuming that we're getting the Matrix version. You might just die and that's just the simulation's end. You know, someone just ends the simulation. You're dead. You don't exist anymore. Nothing you just went to sleep. You just got knocked out. That's it. You don't ever wake up. It's gone. It's all gone. You don't perceive anything. It's just all gone. Because some guy was just like, I'm kind of bored of running in this, and he just pressed Alt F4. That's it. Gone. You're gone. Everything you ever loved, everything that ever existed in your life from your perception, it's all gone. It's kind of cool. Yeah, I'm gonna put it. It exists just to exist. You know, it doesn't really like. You know, it's kind of a meme. People don't really take it seriously. People don't even think it's really that real. You know, there's some coincidences that happen that you're like, we live in the Matrix. It was all a dream. I used to read What If magazine. You want to know my thoughts about this theory? It sucks dookie. Have you ever played a game or watched any piece of media which has a cool story or it's fiction, and then the writer just doesn't know how to end it, and then you get hit with the "it was all a dream"? Would you consider that that's good writing? No, you think that's absolute dog shit. If it was all a dream, what do you? I just randomly wake up and I'm like, I'm still me, but most of the shit isn't the same anymore? Or what, do I wake up as a completely different person, like from a coma, and I was like, oh shit, this past 20 years I've been alive was just nothing? See, that shit doesn't make sense, because how often do you have a dream inside our dream? Inside our dream. Plus, it's a dog shit ending. Imagine this entire life, okay? Everything that has ever happened. Crossing that crossway, seeing that yellow car, meeting that person, taking that one extra shot for 80 years. All these things, all these choices, all these conscious things that you've noticed, or heard, or saw, or smelled, or tasted, or felt. It was all a dream. And the final theory. Immortality. Where is Omni-Man? This would be kind of good. See, immortality. I like it, but it's also terrifying. See, everything that precedes life expectancies is terrifying. It's like the theory that, you know, there's a bunch of universes. Everything that happens in your universe makes you immortal. Like, your story never ends, it keeps going. Like, there's universes where you died at birth. There's universes where you fell off a bike, hit your head, and bled out. There's a universe where you got beat up or ran over or whatever. There's a universe where you got a terminal illness and you died. But in this universe, all of those options didn't happen, and you got a best of all worlds. You just keep getting lucky and lucky and lucky and lucky and lucky, and you just don't die. That's cool, but clearly I'm not gonna live immortal. We don't have things that stop our aging. Okay, but imagine if Ninja had a low taper. Imagine you were in your 70s. My time is coming near. You know, I'm getting old. And then, you know, technology probably has advanced, and now you're like, oh, they're offering me shit to put my brain in a tube, and I can live consciously for as long as I want. Now imagine that happens. Suddenly, you know, you were expected that you're only gonna live 80 years. And now, you're living like 500 years in a jar. It's basically like being the main character in your story. So you can't be the best. Because this thing, quite sensitive to everything that precedes time. So it would be good. And now take a look at my rating. Wow. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Tell me how was your day. I know it's been a while. I'm glad I'm back. I can finally start probably making weekly videos again. I'm not gonna ramble for too much. Nobody sticks to the end anyways.